300-hour yoga teacher training, and we are very happy to have you with us. I'm Catherine Wilkinson, to be formal, and this is Amy Watson, more formalities, and Laura Norton, and we are your three main teachers on the course, right? So we're just going to go through bits about our background so you know who we are a little bit. You can go and look up our teaching profiles. All the information is there. So why don't we start with Amy? Okay, we're not normally as sort of polite as this. Normally a little bit more casual, but you know, it's the start of the course. So be formal, Amy.
Be formal.
Right.
Hello everybody. Hi everyone, so nice to virtually meet you. My name's Amy. And my movement life started dancing. I have been dancing for longer than I've been walking, just about. And I grew up doing all sorts of different dance styles and then eventually trained to be a choreographer. And along the way I found lots of different kinds of movement practices, and in that fell in love with yoga and also a little bit with Pilates, but mostly yoga. And
or else.
And that's what's brought me here. You will be spending lots of time with me looking at things like meditation and mindfulness and breath work. I'm super passionate about yin yoga, so we'll have a little module all about yin as well. And we'll also explore other styles of yoga and different kinds of movement practices. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in the live session.
If you've got a live session, we'll talk about that in a minute. Laura.
Hi everyone, I'm Laura. I suppose like Amy as well, come from a very movement background. I was thinking earlier today, my movement started as a young kid and I used to do handstands all over the house. And there would be footprints just everywhere that would freak my mom out. And I just loved moving for as long as I could remember. And then got into dance and did 12 years of classical ballet very seriously. And I think that's what sort of stemmed my love for Iyengar yoga, where it all sort of grew from. My first yoga class was an Iyengar class. And from that moment I was like, what is this? I love this discipline and placement.
Being shouted at.
It's being shouted at and told what to do and it was right or it was wrong. And yeah, I'd love anything to do with movement, Pilates, aerial yoga, kids yoga, pregnancy yoga, as many different pathways into yoga. I'm excited for anything that's moving. I love the choreography side of yoga and sequencing. That's my huge passion. Yeah, and I'm just blessed to do what I love and share that with as many people as possible.
And I'm Catherine, and most of you will have had some kind of communication from me. I'm the old person in the group. I've been doing yoga for a long time. I worked it out the other day and I told Laura and Amy, I think it's now been 30 years, yes, 1996, since I did my first teacher training, and that's when I really got into doing yoga. And I've come through, honestly, I used to do yoga when there was no yoga, i.e. no yoga in studios, no DVDs, nothing, no internet, nothing. It was very serious. I started in London, then I went to an ashram, Shivananda yoga, and then it's been a journey since then. Ending up with Vinyasa Flow, did Ashtanga yoga, Iyengar yoga, so both Laura and I know quite a lot about Iyengar yoga. It's a very different discipline. And then I ended up studying at university, doing sciences, health sciences, so that's where my geeky interest in moving came from. So what we're doing on this course is matching up the geeky movement science with all the fun stuff that is yoga. Right, and you're going to see a lot of me through the course, so I'm not going to bore you anymore. Tell us about what you offer in your yin yoga. What is an example of, do you do a class, do you do a practical?
So in our yin module, we have a little bit of an overview. We talk a bit about the kind of genesis of yin yoga, where it came from, and the history of yin. We go through a little bit of background and the principles of yin yoga, as well looking in a little bit more depth at some fun stuff to do with yin, because of course yin is mostly just sitting very still for a long time. So we also have a little bit of exploration through classes, but also looking specifically about sort of propping in exciting ways, using different kinds of props than perhaps we might think of, and being a bit more creative around propping for yin and how to approach our different yin shapes.
Yes, I love that. I was watching a little bit of it this morning, and it's really got, you know, if you've done yin yoga before, you're used to the bolster and stuff, but this is a little bit different. I think you're going to really enjoy it. And then Laura, you do a lot of the sequencing as well. So I tell you about the general overview, but Laura is, ta-da, the creative sequencer. So tell us a little bit about what you offer there.
I just love every component there is to sequencing. So just starting with the structure of how to put together a class, because I think a lot of the time it can be overwhelming for teachers to be creative and come up with something new every time. So having a nice base to work from, and then from there you can just sort of bring in all sorts of things and change it up and bring in creativity and different themes and all sorts of different ways to to share movement and sequencing and putting poses together and different
Nice,
transitions.
transitions. So what is your favourite style of yoga?
Well, it would have to be flow, because you can dance.
Not aerial.
Oh, I love aerial too.
Okay. I really thought you were going to say aerial. No, so it's actually just vinyasa flow.
Yeah, I think it still always comes back to being on your mat and just being able to flow and being on the ground.
Being on the ground.
Yeah.
Because Laura does aerial yoga, and then you do practicals classes.
We do a bit of aerial and sort of different ways to use the hammock for different purposes, like going upside down and for core. Just have a different way to move in the hammock.
Yes, but she's very, very good at it. So I thought it was, I honestly really did. And then Amy, I'm going to guess yours. Is it yin? Is that your favourite, or is it not? Is that just your speciality?
I think yin is my favourite to teach.
Oh, that's interesting.
But my favourite to do, I think, would probably also be flow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So my favourite is flow, but I would go for peak pose. So just before, that's the studio cracking. Just before we started this little session recording for you, we were talking about, Laura and I were talking about poses, and Amy, that poses that we used to do in yoga years and years and years ago. We were looking through the manual, and there were some quite punchy poses there that we used to practice quite a lot, and we can do those again. Those poses you don't really see very much in yoga anymore. That's what I used to love, was somebody doing a peak pose flow, breaking it all down, and then moving towards something that maybe you couldn't even do. That it would be a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of that kind of thing. Yay! And everybody, this is Summer Norton, and she is in our course as well, aren't you, Summer? Yeah, she's a bit shy. We dragged her away from her corner, and she's going. And you do. I watched you on the video this morning. You do kids yoga. I saw you doing a tree pose with your mom. Yeah. So Summer is part of our course as well, and we just want to say that we're very accessible teachers. I'm not sure if Summer's going to be open to any communication from you at all, but we are certainly open to communication from you, and we'll have lots of chats, and we will see you all in the live module.